Next thing we need is a contact page. So again, go to pages, add new, contact page, publish it. Now, before we do the contact page, there's a plugin that you need to add a contact form. Now, this theme comes with a functionality for a contact form, but there's a much better plugin that does a much better job when it comes to contact forms. So we're not going to be using what came with the theme. We're going to add a new plugin, and we're going to look for it right now. And it's called Contact Form 7. All right. So let me zoom in for you just so you see what I'm typing. Contact Form 7. So search for that plugin, press enter, and there it is. Click on install, activate plugin, and now you have this tab right here. Go in there, click on it, and change your mail settings. Actually, your email, whatever email you used to sign up with, is automatically in here. But if you want to use a different email, you can change where the emails are going to be forwarded to. So basically what a contact form is going to allow you to do is when a visitor comes to your page, contact page, they can fill out a form, and when they click submit, the form will be sent to your email. Right? So here are all the different settings. I would not change any of these settings if I was you. The only setting I would change, because a lot of people go in here, start changing stuff, and then they break their contact form. This form, it works really good. In some cases, the email might end up in your spam folder, but at least it gets sent. And like I've gone through so many different contact forms, and like a lot of them are just such crap. I wasted so many hours trying to make a contact form that works. And believe me, like, just use this plugin. That's all I'm gonna say. Click on here. One setting you want to change is this mail to setting, and this is an autoresponder that whoever sends you a contact sends you a message, they'll get an autoresponder. So you can change the autoresponder here, and you can say, thanks for the message. For your message, we are on it, or something. I don't know. Fill it out with whatever you need. So that's under message body, right above this here. And in the email that they get, it's gonna say this, and then it's gonna repeat the message that they've sent. So they're gonna have a copy of that. And basically just click save, and that's all you need in terms of setting up a contact form. Right? If you want to add new fields, you can add them here like this. It's not visual. You gotta use these tags, but here's the basic idea. You have an opening tag, a closing tag, and in between you just put in like the field that you want. So this one says email, this one says text, and you can use some of these from here. But for now, just leave the contact form as it is. Make sure to save your changes so you got the autoresponder working, and that's all you need. And you can also change some of these settings here. This is what pops up on a page after they click submit. It says thank you for your message, it has been sent, but you can change this to whatever you want. Some additional settings, I don't like to touch those. Just leave this contact form, it's gonna work fine. Some people, like I said, they'll go in here and they'll try to make the from. Never change this. Never change the from email to say that it's your email, because what happens is it gets picked up by spam, and sometimes it doesn't even get sent out. So when you're changing the from email, all the emails are going to come from WordPress@yourdomainname.com. If you want to make it look like it's coming from you, you can't do that. You can't really spoof an email. You can't send an email from your friend's email saying that it's you. Like, it's just, a lot of people do this, and then they start complaining to the hosting provider, why isn't it working? Well, it's because you're using these same techniques that a spammer would use to blast out emails. You're spoofing the address. So never change the from. This, leave it the same. Right? You can't spoof the address and pretend like you're someone else. It has to come out from this email. The only problem is when you get an email that's been sent through a contact form, if you click reply, it's going to have this WordPress@yourname.com reply address, which is wrong, right? But in the email, all you have to do is click, like when you get the email message. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for this. What is this message? Change color scheme, Windows 7. In the email, it's going to show you who sent you a message. So instead of clicking the reply button and replying to the wrong email address, all you got to do is push on the actual address. If you're on your phone, just pushing it with your thumb. Just click on the link with your thumb, or if you're in your email, regular email, just click the link, and the reply message will have the proper address, right? Like, you don't always have to click the reply button to reply to an email, and plus you're gonna know this, so you're not gonna click the reply button and then send it off to WordPress. You're gonna send it off to whoever sent you a message, because it's gonna be in the body of the message. Anyways, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about right now, but like I said, just leave this, never change this, and just save. Okay, so again, click on contact forms, and we're gonna take this form and we're gonna add it to our page. So we can exit this, and we don't need the about page. So here's the contact page. So again, click on the advanced layout editor, click on templates, contact page template, update, open new tab. Now the reason the map doesn't work is because I think as of the time of this tutorial, Google is making changes to their Maps API. A lot of my sites have had problems with the Maps API lately because, I think there's some changes going on. So I'm going to show you a workaround how to add a map, so just don't worry about this. This is the default contact. Okay, so let's change this. This is the default contact form that was added by the theme. So that contact form is not going to work properly. I've tested it. Sometimes you just don't get the emails that it sends. So we're going to remove it. And we're also going to remove this map right here because it's not working. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to add a text block. Click on it. And I'm going to paste that contact form code that I copied. Right? Contact form ID, contact form. I got it. If you go back to plugins, this is where I got it from. Sorry, not plugins, contact form. There's the shortcode. You take that, you copy it over. Sorry if I'm going too fast. Sometimes I get carried away. You paste that in there into a text field. Okay? Now, click on update. Refresh. Okay, so the map is gone. We're going to add a new one. And I should probably remove this also. Some information. And you can just, you can move this around and like add your own information, like a friendly message or something. Click update. Let's see how it looks. Okay, so the contact form looks nice. Except I need our address and I want a map on the side right here. So what we need to do is, this is called a sidebar right here. What we need to do is we need to create a sidebar. So go to appearance and widgets. Now even though I told you we installed a theme and you have all these options here, some of the options are still under the default WordPress options. So it might take a little bit of time to get used to, but this is just how it works. So these are all the different widgets, right? There's the sidebar for a blog, which we haven't gotten to yet. Sidebar for pages. We're going to create a separate sidebar for a page called the contact page. So I just do it now. Sidebar contact page. Because this sidebar is going to be different from other sidebars on other pages, you want to create like a separate widget specifically for that one page and only use it in that one page. And if you want more widgets for other pages, you can just create them here. You can create as many as you want. So click on the sidebar, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the address and then a map underneath. So if you scroll down here, you click on text, and we're gonna say add this to sidebar contact page, add widget, and There it is, right? So it looks a little bit weird because when you open it, it looks huge. But type in your address here. Address, I'm just going to put New York, USA, something, some code. Type in your address and click save. Okay, just make sure it's saved. Close this, click on it to close it. And there's no other save button on the screen, so you just have to go back to the contact page. Actually, click on, let's go to edit it. I forgot one thing. Now we need to set the sidebar. Let's set the sidebar here. Layout, right sidebar, sidebar contact page. Update it. And now if you go to the permalink or the URL of the contact page, there's that sidebar. There's the address. Now it's all in one line, which I don't like, so I'm going to show you a quick little fix. Now I said you guys don't need to know HTML, but I think you can type this in. It's only 4 characters. Open this arrow key, whatever it's called. I'm not sure what these arrow keys are called. It's the comma key and the period key, but if you hold shift, it produces an arrow key. So type in BR and then close the key. Close with the same tag. And that will put a line break. So, make sure to save this. Click save, and now you're gonna have a line break, and it's on the next line. Okay. So now we need a little map underneath. So to get a map, head over to Google Maps. So maps.google.com. Type in a map that you like, that you want. Type in your address. Sorry. New York. Okay, now there's a map. You can zoom in. And then to get this map onto your contact page, this is what you got to do. Go to the top left corner, click on the menu, and share or embed map. Now, Google makes a lot of changes to their maps page. So sometimes this option, it might be somewhere else. It might be in the bottom corner, sometimes in the top corner. Like every time I go here, it's like somewhere else, and it's very hard to find. But like, look for the embed map button. Share or embed map. Click on that. Then click on embed map. And then just copy this code right here. So copy. And then go back to the contact page. Sorry, not the contact page. The widgets. Appearance widgets. And we're going to add a new text block. And that's where we're going to put the map. And the title, we're going to leave empty. So paste that code from the Google Maps section, and you're gonna have to modify a couple things here. So I'm gonna zoom in for you. You're gonna change the width instead of 600, and be careful, don't delete the quotes around the 600 right here. Type in 100 and then a percentage sign. So the width is equal to open quote 100% close quote. And for the height, type this in. Type in 250 px. Make sure there's a px at the end. That means pixels. And the width is a percentage. And the reason we're doing this is because I want the map to extend to be 100% the width of the sidebar, and the height we're just gonna pick a fixed pixel size, 250. But it's gonna look nice. It's gonna stretch out to fill the entire width. Okay, so let me zoom out. Okay, now that's saved. Where's my contact page? There it is. Refresh. Come on, map, where are you? Oh, I bet you I didn't save it. Did I? There we go. There's the map. And if you want to add more things to the sidebar, you can. I'm gonna add a calendar right here. You can create, you can add categories. You don't have any categories now because you haven't really created any content, but you can add categories, and it'll have a list of all your categories. You can have a little advertising area that you can add. Don't use the maps widget. It doesn't work for some reason, and Google's always making changes. If you add a map the way I showed you right now, this map never breaks. if you do the whole API thing the complicated way, it didn't work. The map that was up here, this big map, it just didn't work. And I've had this with other themes too, you know, it's just, so use the workaround. Latest news, you can add like your latest blog post. We'll just have a list of your latest blog posts, your pages, like whatever. You can add a bunch of things to the sidebar if you want. You can be as creative as you want, right? So I'm just gonna have a simple sidebar like this with an address, a map, and a little calendar, right? And you can type in your name to check if the contact form works, right? So type in your name, type in your email, type in subject testing, or testing 1. Click send. Thank you for your message, it has been sent. Check your email. There we go. And see there's 2 in brackets. That's because I just got 2 messages. And the reason I got 2 messages is because I used the exact same email as an administrator and as a sender. So one message said, thank you for your message, we're on it. That was the autoresponder. And the other message just had the message body, right? So normally we just get the one message, the first one. You would not get the autoresponder. The autoresponder is the one that's being received by the customer. Okay, so there's one final thing we need to do to the sidebar, and that's if you look right now, like if we make this, if we look how this looks on mobile. So we shrink the screen, and this is how it's going to look on mobile. We go down. Where's the map? It's not here. That's because we got to change one of the settings. Now let me pop this back into this browser. There we go. Okay, so where you change that setting is you go to sidebars. And you check this right here. Show sidebar on smartphones. Check it. Save it. Go back to contact form, refresh it. I'm going to pull this out like that. And I'm double click it to make it smaller. And there you go. There's the map. On a tablet, it's going to be more stretched out. Like this. You know, on a cell phone, it's probably going to be like this. So there you go. You can send, and boom, it says you need to fill out fields. Please check and try again. Have all your fields right here. Required. So that's how you use this contact form. Plugin and how you make a contact page.